Alright, welcome back to the second part on how to speedrun Vercetti any%. As you can see, we just completed Shakedown, or at least that's what I'll pretend I did. And I got myself a nice new shiny VCN helicopter, because usually that's what you'll have at this point. Yeah, the second part, which will include the 2 missions of the Vercetti Estate, then 6 assets, and then the final 2 missions of the storyline. Yeah, let's get right to it. The 6 assets we'll be doing are Pole Position, Kaufman Cabs, Sunshine Autos, Printworks, Boatyard, and Cherry Poppers. Roughly in order. This part used to be really unlinear, because you would look for cars during missions, but now it's really linear since Sunshine Autos has become really consistent, and I'll try to show you how to do Sunshine Autos consistently. Alright, helicopter landing. You will want to land in roughly the last patch of rose bushes here. It's not as exact as I'm doing it here. There's quite a bit of a tolerance there, but yeah, usually the last patch of rose bushes should be fine. Then you're gonna head into the mansion and start barb roll. Alright. Gonna take the Infernus, and it's really important that you do not take any other car during this mission except the Infernus, because otherwise your helicopter will despawn, and we'll use it for the next mission as well. So make sure to save quite a bit of health on that, because on the way back we'll have wanted stars and cops might be crashing into us. So don't go too YOLO over the bridge there, and also around those corners. Stay safe, guys. Then the drive here is really, there's nothing you need to look out for, I think, to keep in mind. So we're gonna drive over those 2 guys, and then you can do a little handbrake turn there to turn around a little bit. And stop in the trigger. Running over it wouldn't help. And as soon as the guy is standing in front of you, you can skip the cutscene with sprint. In general, all the cutscenes where you are out of a car, you can skip with sprint. The ones when you're inside a car, you'll skip it with acceleration. Oh shit. Well, that was a brain lag. Alright, we're gonna stop. You want to stop right here so they don't shoot at you. You're gonna kill the car with the totally overpowered heligun, and that will generally kill almost all of them. Except this guy. I'm just gonna drive him into the wall right there. Don't be afraid of the explosion there, it doesn't do anything to your car. And now we just need to follow those 2 guys in the PCJ and do a little drive-by shoot. Be careful of that security car, because it will try to crash into you. So here you might think, hey, let's take the PCJ because it's super fast, but yeah, you need to absolutely stay in your Infernus and not take any other car, because, as I said, your helicopter will despawn. Now, on the way to pole position, you want to look out for cops like that. And usually, I would shoot that now, so I'll get to wanted stars, and you'll need that, and I'll explain why in a minute. But I'm not doing it because I'm gonna pretend I didn't find a cop until here. That's where pole position is. So you're gonna turn around here with a handbrake turn, skip the phone call, and if you did not find any cops here, you're just gonna buy it. If you found cops on the way and you have 2 wanted stars already, good on you. Then you're gonna buy it and head in and do the asset. But if not, then you need to get the 2 wanted stars in a different way. So why do I need wanted stars? Because there is a booth in there which I need to enter and exit. And if I have wanted stars, there are phone calls which will come all the time. And if you get a phone call, you can't activate the booth in there. And wanted stars will block the phone calls from coming. So you want 2 wanted stars because 1 wanted star is not enough, it would decay over time. 2 don't. So again, let's say I did not find a cop outside. Purchase the damn thing and then get into here, grab your chainsaw and just start murdering people until you have 2 wanted stars. Don't kill everybody, because that will give you 3 wanted stars and would make the way back quite a bit more difficult. So yeah, then you are entering and exiting this booth 60 times. It's really stupid, but to finish this asset you need to spend $300 here. And each time you enter you're spending $5, and 300 divided by 5 is 60 times. You exit the dancing scene with shift all the time, or whatever you use to sprint. And as you can see, there are no phone calls bothering me right now. Otherwise, if there would be a phone call, I wouldn't be able to activate the booth. You probably might be wondering why I muted the video here. That's because there is a song playing in this club, and the YouTube ID system would fuck me up if it would be on the video, and I want this to be available everywhere. So yeah, video is probably muted right now. Don't worry. This is really quite boring, but at least there's some visual variety, because there are 3 different women in this booth. It's amazing, isn't it? Generally I don't even count the times I've been in there, because after 60 times it will automatically play a cutscene and you'll know when you're done. I guess I can talk about the way back already. So you'll have 2 wanted stars, which means that cop cars will appear on the streets, and there will also be some scripted cop cars which will try to ram into you from side streets with full speed. But if you take the right route back, you can avoid them. Unfortunately, the phone calls will be gone when you the wanted stars, sorry. They will be gone when you activate the next mission. And you might be wondering, why is it unfortunate that wanted stars are gone? Well, because you'll need 2 for Copland, which is the next mission, and you need to earn them again. Okay, that was 60 times. Now this is done. There's a short unskippable cutscene. So now we're just gonna head out and back into the Infernus. Again, don't take any other car. Wow, what a dick. Alright, then we're gonna go this way. Alright, just driving back, making sure not to get busted or anything. Don't go too YOLO over the bridge, because if there's a car on the other side it can easily launch you into the water. That's about all you need to keep in mind. And we are back. Just stop right here, exit the car, and into the next mission. Alright, so, okay, we are lucky. Generally what you want to look out for is you want guys here, because as I said, you need 2 wanted stars, and the best way to earn them is to just shoot your own people, quite frankly. If there are no people here, you needed to get into the helicopter and fly over to the garage, which is the pink dot on the map, and try to kill people there, or be lucky and even get a cop there. which will immediately give you 200 stars. But the best way still is to kill your own people at your mansion until you have 2 stars. But yeah, you have to get lucky to get this many. If for some reason you do not have a helicopter and I don't know, you parked it wrong or you needed another car during Barbaro, I will probably do another video on how to do Copland with the Infernus. It's a bit different, not a lot, but I think it's worth doing another video just for that, if you don't have your helicopter here. Alright, so as I said, you want to kill your own people.
Now that got them really irritated.
Until we have 200 stars. Like that. And then fly over to the garage, because you'll need 2 police uniforms. Alright, just park around here. And then head into there with your while facing the wall. This is important because otherwise...
Come on, move.
Oh crap. Lance, come on. Alright. I was about to say this is important because otherwise there will be cop cars spawning while you look at the street.
Tie him up and gag him.
And those cop cars can sometimes
crotch,
block the garage door, and then you have to push them out of the way manually first. And while facing against the wall, there won't be any following. Yeah, if Lance followed me, then you want to make sure he follows you, then this would have worked out perfectly. Now, the next bit might look a little bit unusual, but I'm gonna punch Lance in the face and make him fall to the floor. And why I'm doing that is because I don't want to take him to the mall. And this will skip a line that he has there, which is the best line in the game, unfortunately. Hey there, officer, nice badge, he'll say. Or not, because he'll be here on the floor. But don't worry, he'll teleport to you after the explosion there. So the way you do this is you grab a weapon and you get really close to him and you'll just try to shoot, and that will punch him and make him fall to the floor. Then you run to the helicopter immediately and fly away. Don't worry about the text. He'll get teleported to you after the explosion. So you don't want to do that, but you want to land here in general. And just run inside. Get into this trigger, and this is where Lance would say his line. Also, these are the shortest 5 seconds in video game history. But yeah, now Lance is back, as you can see. Now you're heading out there. You want to shoot cops if they're around your helicopter, but if they are that far away, don't worry about them. Only kill them if your helicopter is really low on health or something, because they won't bust you because you have 5 wanted stars, and that is too much. They'll just try to shoot you, but their aim in general is really bad. Thankfully this helicopter makes the way back even with 5 wanted stars, piece of cake. So you just land here. Stairs, not like that. That was pretty bad. Alright, just getting out now. Alright, that was terrible. I really wanted to use the helicopter now again, but I don't think I'm getting it out of there without destroying it. But yeah, that's the mission done. Normally you'll want to land there and just get out and not have it slide up the stairs again. That was quite the mistake, and Don't think I'm getting it out of there. Nope. It's not a big deal though. I would take the helicopter now to fly to Kaufman Cabs, but now we'll just have to take the Infernus. It's a bit slower, not by a lot. But yeah. Helicopter is usually the way to go. Just keep that in mind. I just don't wanna re-record the whole video because of that. So, we're gonna buy Kaufman Cabs here. This green building. Skip the phone call because otherwise you can't buy the thing. Since you would be taking the phone call instead of buying it, because it's the same button. It's tab. And we're gonna take the first mission. You might be wondering why I'm not switching to the Infernus here. That's because you need the taxi to trigger this guy. You'll see in a minute. You need a Kaufman cab for this. Otherwise it won't activate. So you're supposed to pick up a guy here, but there's gonna be an opposing taxi driver getting there before you. So you get here, sound the horn, and that will make him appear. So there are two ways to now get him out of this car again. I'm gonna show you one way, which is driving beside him and just doing the drive-by thing until he stops.
Come on, get in, quick.
Then you need to make sure that he doesn't
Please, don't hurt me.
get killed. And now you can... Now you want to shoot this guy because he'll follow you. Okay, this is the drive-by way. It can work out better. This was not very good. The other way is to get out of the car immediately after he got picked up by the other guy, and then snipe the opposing taxi driver with your M16, sorry, out of the car while he's driving away, which can be risky, but if you can pull it off, then it's probably faster. Yeah, but it's risky because if he gets away, you'll have to follow and it's getting slow, and you can also hit the VIP accidentally and kill him, which will fail the mission, obviously. Alright, now, next up is Sunshine Autos, and we want to worry about this right now, actually. This is the point where you worry about Sunshine Autos for the first time. And I'm just gonna stop and tell you a little bit about it. So, Sunshine Autos is the asset coming next after we finish this mission, and to finish it you'll need to deliver six cars there, which are the Landstalker, the Blister, the Esperanto, the Rancher, the Idaho, and the Stallion. Now, generally you would want an Idaho or a Stallion while driving here, roughly. If you get an Idaho or a Stallion here, immediately get off the car and steal it. Then you're gonna head right. You're only gonna head right here if sorry, if it's not raining. If it's raining, you go straight and to the airport. If it's not raining, you'll go here. And because there is a shortcut, but the shortcut is you'll need to drive over the grass quite a lot. Alright, this is a Stallion. I'm gonna grab that because sorry, because you want to because Idaho and Stallion are the cars you want to get out of the way first, because all the other cars can spawn in front of Sunshine Autos, but Idaho and Stallion not, or at least much less likely. So this is the little shortcut to the airport here, and yeah, it's a pain in the arse to drive while raining. It's also a pain in the arse with a Stallion. Usually you want to go up here and then right. But it should still be quicker. Alright. Only take an Idaho, basically only take an Idaho or a Stallion before this shortcut. If you don't get one, this is a Landstalker by the way, I'm talking about this in a minute. It's, an encounter like this. If you don't get an Idaho or a Stallion before this, and you drive through the shortcut with your taxi, at the airport you can take basically any car you need for Sunshine Autos. Any is fine. And basically stay inside it. Just don't... Let's say you get a Landstalker at the airport, and then you'll see an Idaho or a Stallion. Don't switch. It's fine then. Just get the Landstalker to Sunshine Autos. Yeah. Sunshine Autos is actually a pain in the ass to talk about because there's so much to say, but then again, so little, because there's it's gonna be different all the time. So all I can really do is give you guidelines on how to do it. There's no fixed thing that will always work. So right now, take an Idaho or a Stallion before the shortcut. Don't take the shortcut if it's raining. So that's what we know so far. And if you don't get anything before the shortcut, take anything at the airport. Alright. So, then we're gonna drive to Sunshine Autos. So, yeah, there are 3 positions on where you want to pick up cars during doing Sunshine Autos. One is the big bridge over to the island. The other is obviously in front of Sunshine Autos because it's the fastest. And the third one is... oh, this is a Rancher. Another car you need. And the third one is the cafe in Little Havana, because that will... okay, oh my god, there's so much to talk about. I'm just gonna stay in the car and talk about that. Okay. Cars are organized in car groups, and different car groups will spawn on different locations, because for example the Idaho and the Stallion are in the poor car group, I think, pretty sure, and they will spawn in Little Havana. But then again, the Landstalker, the Blister and the Esperanto are in the normal car group, which will generally spawn on this bridge. I'm gonna show that bridge later. So this is a Rancher. This is the car which you generally get in front of Sunshine Autos. Most of the time. It's really rare that you get a run destroyed by a Rancher, but there's no real other spawn which reliably spawns Ranchers for you. So Sunshine Autos in front of Sunshine Autos is really your best bet. So if you encounter a situation like that, you will have a car which you want to deliver, but you see a different car which you also need to deliver. Then what you do is stop the other car, get out of this one, steal the other one. Make sure, yeah, well, make sure it doesn't get stolen. I may have fucked this up. Make sure it doesn't get stolen. By that I mean shoot the driver with a drive-by after you got him out of the car. And then the stolen car, and then switch back to this one. Because I had a lot of occasions where you have this car and then you grab another car and then you put this Rancher, for example, now into Sunshine Autos, and then the Stallion despawned. I had this happen a lot of times. If you switch back to the Stallion, it will generally be there. I would almost say 100% of the time. Alright. So we can now finally buy this place. If you park close enough, there will be no phone call triggering, because the game will check for that. If you are in a certain area around the marker, the buying symbol, the house symbol. And this is the garage where you deliver all the cars to. I know it's a bit complicated and a bit much information right now, but I just wanna explain this as good as possible. So grab the rancher, and I hope there is no other car spawning. Okay, good. Why I'm hoping is because another thing to explain is phone calls. You want to take all your phone calls in your phone call queue during this asset. So basically almost all the time there is a phone call. Do the phone call glitch and run up again. What you want to do here is then, not in this case because this is a blister. If this wasn't a blister, you'd do this, right? This despawns cars in the distance, see? And this is generally the best way to look for cars. So yeah, this is a blister now. Quite fortunate. Grab it, get it in. And take the other phone. And I messed up the glitch. It's not that bad because these 3 or 4 phone calls at the beginning are quite short. But there's also the longest phone call in the game in that queue. Alright. Now if we don't find a car here that we need, then we can do something like this. Yeah. Replace. This is supposed to reset the cars that are spawning right now. If it takes too long for you to find a car here, then... Oh shit, I messed it up again. Oh well.
Hey Avery, what's eating you?
So we're gonna head to the cafe to look for an Idaho or a stallion. Because again, these are the ones that you want to get out of the way first. The other ones can spawn in front of Sunshine Autos.
I'll catch you later. Later, Avery.
Alright. But yeah, as I said, that's also the longest phone call in the game in that queue. And if you mess up your phone call glitch during that, then you have to just walk for like 30 seconds or something. So this is fine. You can grab this. And this is the place where you reliably get Idahos and Stallions from. If you don't get one for a while, you can do the replay thing again, supposedly to reset car groups. As you can see, there were already 2 of them. But I was unlucky that they went the other direction. Alright, this is a Stallion now. Gonna grab that. And this is an Idaho. Yeah, sure, grabbing that as well. Alright, he will try to... I think he will try to get his car back. Or won't he? I guess he will. Alright. Generally, you'll learn this by doing it. Like, the best runners learned it by doing it. For example, Rectrot learned it by literally doing this 100 times. It's not something that you'll just pick up and get it done perfectly. Oh yeah, we already got a Stallion. Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, this is unfortunate, and I messed this up again. Wow.
What's the problem, Lance?
It's you, my friend. I feel you're not giving me a fair
This is what you get for
more than that, you've been
talking too much.
in front of the boys. I can't have that.
Lance, it ain't like that. You've been making
But
mistakes.
it's okay.
Tommy, I'm not
I've
your
been making
boy.
mistakes.
I'm not your running boy.
Do we have an Esperanto yet? I don't think so.
I screw up, you can lay into me anytime.
Oh yeah, this is the
Tommy,
longest phone call in the game.
I've done everything for you. You
pain in
treat
the
me
ass.
like a fool. Don't do that.
Lance, I won't rip you off or stab you in the back, okay? Just take it easy.
Awkward.
This is tough enough without you getting all emotional on me. Trust me. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
I hear you, Tommy.
Generally,
but I can't take this much
you'll want to
more.
watch
Lance, don't be like this. Now I'm warning
Sunshine
you.
Autos
Do you
done
hear
by
me? Just
done in
relax.
the
Take a few days
really
off,
good runs right now.
okay?
For example,
I'll talk
in
to you.
the current world record or the runs after that, which are a bit slower. But you'll learn a lot more by doing it yourself. Alright, now let me just make sure. Okay, Idaho and Landstalker. Fine.
Tommy, it's me.
Now I also got this again.
Mouth shut there, Tommy, because I ain't got no time to talk. I ain't interested in what you
Alright.
gotta say. Why should I be? You don't care about
Now
me.
I'm
You
going to head right to
gotta look out for me a
the
bit better.
cafe
Give me
for
fair
a
price,
Idaho.
you know? Hey, Tommy, man. Look,
And then I'm gonna show you the bridge as well for a Landstalker.
patronize me all my life. Treat me
On the
like a
bridge you
little kid.
generally get Landstalkers,
My brother
Blisters and
would do that.
Esperantos
Please,
quite
man, don't
reliably.
do that. I gotta go.
Oh, it's still there even. That's good, I guess. Why am I not sprinting? Well, this is a big fucking blooper. Oh well, I guess you got the idea of how you do it at least. Things to keep in mind are Idaho and Stallion, other ones you want to get out of the way first. Those you can get at the cafe at the corner there. Landstalkers, Blisters and Esperantos you can get at the bridge, and I'll be going there now. This bridge right there. What's wrong with my sprint? Odd. Then, second thing to keep in mind is despawning cars all the time if you don't find one. Something that will probably happen is that you will despawn cars that you need. But that's something you'll have to deal with as a beginner. Everybody did that probably. Then if there are no cars you need, reset the car spawns with replay. F1 is the replay button. See, I just despawned a Landstalker. Holy crap! And there are another one. It's fine. So yeah, replay button is F1. You just press it 2 times in quick succession, and it's supposed to reset car spawns. That's all. Alright, now this is the last car we need, thankfully. Then there's something to keep in mind. If you still have a phone call left, I don't right now, but if you still have a phone call left, you want to cancel it right here. And I'll explain why in a minute. If you don't, then you just run out here, get into this marker. And the reason you cancel the phone call is because you can't enter the marker with a phone call. Okay, you cancel it here if you have one. If this is your last car, not generally a Landstalker, just at your last car, because there will be an unskippable cutscene, but there is a way to walk during that. So you get out and run into the marker immediately, and as soon as the cutscene starts, you press F to exit this, and then you can walk, and then you need to find your way to the entrance of Sunshine Autos. And then you enter this car, and then you can drive away already. You can even see it on the map. Which obviously saves a bit of time, instead of having to wait through the whole cutscene. Alright, Printworks is the next asset. Missions from now on are actually quite straightforward. This is the most awkward stuff is out of the way now, and there shouldn't be a lot of stuff happening. Thankfully, there is a taxi for us, which will take us to the other side of the map and save like 30 seconds of driving or something. Or more. After you arrive here, you want to shoot the taxi driver again. Because we're gonna take the taxi then to get to the PCJ. If you get a faster car here, that's fine, but if you get no car at all here, it's kind of awkward. So always shoot the taxi driver to get to the PCJ here quite fast. We already used the PCJ for during Jury Fury in the first part of this tutorial. So grab the PCJ because it's so incredibly fast, and you can go over the grass here. It's generally not as YOLO as it looks. If you get unlucky, you can fall off there, but generally you should be fine. Again, always tab, lean forward, mash it to increase your speed. And then we're gonna head off to the boat. We want to slow down there a bit, because if you handbrake turn around that corner with full speed, then you might turn in the other direction. So if you're low on health, like I am, grab this armor here, and there's a health pickup under that, which you can grab from above. Now you're just gonna walk around here, go for YOLO again, up here, up here, up here, up here, and into the trigger. And the next thing is jumping off the ship, which I generally mess up. Usually you want to go right immediately here and jump off, but again I messed it up. You can get down the ship with just one jump. Now just back to Printworks. Wow. Yeah, make sure to not fall off, it costs time. I'll just park here. Alright, next mission, just as straightforward. Get back on the BCJ and drive towards the harbor. This is the mission where everybody always forgets the packages. And Twitch chat is always happy to inform the runner about that. It's pretty cool. Alright, since we're on the PCJ, we can just do this. There are these women, which are kind of dangerous if you don't have a bike. But you can just drive in here and just kill them. Just don't get too close, because they might grab you and throw you off your bike. But yeah. Just shoot these snipers, and then you have enough time to grab your PCJ again and drive a little bit forward. Position it around here, since you have to wait for the helicopter anyway. Oh, there's another one. Yeah. You can do some silly stuff like throw these sentinels around. They're quite funny. As soon as the helicopter is over land, you want to shoot the passenger, because that's the one who has the plates. They will spawn. Just make sure to grab them. Get back on the BCJ and get back to Printworks. That's it. Really as straightforward as that. There is a very fast way to do this mission actually. You can, if you have the VCN helicopter for some obscure reason, you can actually fly with the VCN helicopter to some rocks out in the sea, land on those rocks, and then snipe the girl out of the helicopter from those rocks. But it's really difficult. And also there's no route which lets you have the VCN helicopter at this point. Oh shit, it despawned. Yep. It's good that I'm making mistakes though. So you should not park where this money symbol is about to spawn, because it will despawn your PCJ. Alright. I am back with a brand new PCJ. It's magic. So we're gonna finish the taxi with Kaufman Cabs as of now. Be careful about these guys because they're quite crafty and getting around those corners. So I'm gonna park the PCJ around here because we're gonna take this during this mission. Don't worry about the phone call. It'll be skipped automatically. Okay, there are 3 taxis we need to shoot now. Generally, always go for the one on the main road first. Because if you get unlucky, it will drive over the bridge to the other side of the island. Thankfully it didn't now, so... just shoot them with the heligun. Wow. You actually have to destroy the taxis here. And not just kill the driver. Don't worry too much about your ammunition. But you'll need about like 30 shots for the last mission. So don't just shoot all of it. Just waste it. So as long as you don't shoot them, they won't even recognize you. All you need to do is really make sure that they aren't driving towards you while you shoot them. And then you should be fine. Okay, next is then the last taxi mission. You need the taxi for that, unfortunately. You could take the PCJ there, because we are going quite a long way to the harbor. But well, the thing is, again, to trigger the next cutscene, or to trigger the mission in general, you need to be in a Kaufman cab, and if you don't find a Kaufman cab before there, you lose quite a lot of time. And it's generally not worth the risk. So this is the fastest way to go there. So if you would take the PCJ, you would generally get off around here and look for a taxi then, and then get desperate and weep gently after you don't find one. So drive in here, sound the horn, and then wait.
No sign of
Can't skip these cutscenes because the taxis have to be in position first. Okay, immediately you want to drive over here. This is really important that you do this fast, and then stop here and then run up here immediately as fast as you can, because otherwise you will get just murdered. Then shoot one of the taxis, which will almost always blow up all the others. And unfortunately mine got killed right now. You want to make sure that you park your taxi far enough away so it doesn't get killed.
It's time for Kaufman Cabs, Guardian Angel.
And if you kill all of them, then this guy will spawn. So usually you would take your taxi to drive alongside here. Would obviously be faster than walking, but hey. You would get out of the taxi around here, wait for this guy, and then just snipe him out of the car, like that, roughly. And then get into his car. And there's this completed cutscene, and then we'll drive off to Boatyard, which is the next one. if you get a phone call there because you were too slow or something, then skip it. Don't take it here. It'll take too long standing around. Alright, Boatyard is basically just a checkpoint race. You can take either of the boats, but everybody prefers this one. Alright. This is basically just remembering the route and then just doing it. The first part is straightforward. There is one part of this checkpoint race which can kill runs actually. There are 3 rams right now upcoming. You don't. Oh yeah, and solid packages. Damn, I wanted to get to them after the rams. All right, I'll talk about those after the rams anyway. You don't want to go full speed above, mainly because there is the possibility of you flying over the packages, and then you obviously have to turn around and lose a bunch of time. And you also don't want to get too slow over the ramps, because then you might get stuck on the pier. So the next thing, solid packages. You just saw that one before, and to prevent them, you generally try to hit the checkpoints on the left or on the right side of the packages. There's quite a lot of tolerance in the trigger area where you can hit the checkpoints. Don't go through the package directly, because as you can see, it can spin you around, or some might even launch you onto the land or something. It has happened before, and it probably might happen to you as well. Oh yeah, like that. It's really quite silly. There's sometimes you'll do Boatyard and you'll get no solid packages at all, and sometimes you'll just get super unlucky and get 5 or 6 in one run. It's so inconsistent. Usually you have 40 seconds or more remaining when you hit the last checkpoint. Alright, then you turn around, and then there's only one asset left to do, which is cherry poppers. And to get there, I'm gonna go by boat. Under the bridge, and then we're gonna launch ourselves from a jetty onto the road, supposedly. That doesn't always work though, we'll see. This one, and of course, I'm bad at it. Let's try again, because it's quite fun when it works. And after that, there's only one phone call left. Wow. It just... well, whatever. I'm just gonna exit the boat. Don't worry if you land in the water here, just pressing jump will get you onto land.
Tommy.
Phone call glitch, and then run towards cherry poppers.
I'll try again.
This is the last one.
Goddamn money? Where's the goddamn stuff? And where's my cut? Are you new action? You're making an idiot out of me, Tommy, and I'm not laughing yet.
Alright. So what I always do here is shoot at the ground one time to make everybody run away and scream in pain. For whatever reason. Because otherwise there might be people walking into the spawn of the cherry popper car, and it might not spawn. So doing cherry poppers, you need to sell 50 ice cream to people. And yeah, if it's nighttime, or if it's raining, especially if it's raining, there will be less pedestrians spawning. If it's nighttime, there will be less pedestrians, but also less cops. But you generally don't want to have either rain or nighttime. So if you have nighttime, you can save the game, and then just save the game, and that will advance the time by 6 hours in game. And you can do that until you have daytime. Same with rain, usually. Alright, for this you want to have this camera all the time, because you will get a wanted star every 4 deals. Alright, there is a little bit of math involved in this actually. So we're gonna drive towards the port there, because that's a good area. There's not a lot of cops, there are no gang members which can pull you out of the car. And yeah, quite a lot of pedestrians are there. Alright, so as I said, you'll get a cop star, 1 wanted star, every 4 deals. What that means is that you get the 2nd star, theoretically. Alright, I'm not gonna take that because there's a cop car. This is something you want to look out for all the time, cops. Don't get a cop star when there are cops around, because obviously they'll try to bust you. See, there's one and he's running right towards me. This is something that kills a lot of cherry poppers and makes a lot of cherry popper runs slow. There are a lot of cops. Wow, what a dick. Alright, so you get a wanted star every 4 deals, right? So at 4, 8, 12, 16 and so on, up until 48, because you only need 50. The cop star will decay after roughly 20 to 21 seconds. Take 21 just to make sure. So you want to look at the in-game time and when you get the cop star. I'm gonna do that right now. The process of buying an ice cream roughly takes about 5 seconds. So I get the cop star at 16:55, right? So I only want to take deal number 16 at 17:15 roughly, right? Because otherwise I will have 2 cop stars which will not decay naturally. So always look at the in-game time. This deal at 17:21, so you can take deal number 20 at 41 roughly.
Why ain't you moving?
Don't stop if there's just one guy who wants something. It's generally not worth it. Always wait for at least 2. Wow, all these angry drivers around here. Holy crap. Yeah. That's actually about it. There are some cases in which it's actually good to take 2 wanted stars. Generally, if you are at like 19 or something and you get 4 deals immediately or something. If you get basically a lot of deals at the same time, then you can get 2 wanted stars and drive into the paint spray real quick. Then it might be worth it, but generally it is not. So the way you spawn more people is you just do a handbrake turn and suddenly, oh, people. And that's what you do all the time here. You just drive along the street, do handbrake turns, do some math, and finish the asset at some point, and hopefully not get busted at 49 deals.
You wanna get mauled?
This is one of the cases where I would take more wanted stars. Unfortunately, this guy doesn't want to buy one, which kind of sucks. So if you have 2 wanted stars, go there. But if you just start running my city, just go with the rule and don't get 2 wanted stars. Then you can't really go wrong. Because it's quite hard to make the judgment if it's worth it. Alright, I got this at 34 or something, so I can take the next one at I can take number 36 at 54, I think. Yeah, something like that. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, handbrake turns also spawn cops at some point. Oh yeah, 4 deals, awesome. Or it would be 4 deals if she wouldn't run away. Alright, 2014, which means the next one, deal number 40 at 2036. And this is how you optimize cherry poppers. Just do your math when your wanted stars will decay. So you could, theoretically, if you want to make it as fast as possible, actually take a deal at 5 seconds before the wanted star decays, because then it will decay right when before the deal finishes. But it takes a bit of getting the hang of. So I'm only taking 1 deal here because otherwise I'll get to wanted stars again. Oh god, crap. It doesn't matter right now. This is so if you have 44 deals or 43 or something around that, then you can start and leave this area. Get customers on the way back. Okay, 3 more. Should probably be those. Yep. You can get quite unlucky in this when you have a lot of cop spawns and then there are some angry drivers which will run over your customers and stuff like that. You can get fucked. So cherry poppers can be anything from below 6 minutes to over 8 minutes. But there's just not a better place to do it other than the end of the run. So you wanna end the run and right here and park it in this way, because I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. Getting out of the car then completes the asset. Alright. Then you get a phone call, which you want to use the phone call glitch with, obviously.
Hey, hello, Tommy, we got a situation over
Alright.
at Printworks. You better go and
I'm not
check it
sure
out.
if I
Some kind of mess or other. Take the mess up. I gotta go.
said that already during Sunshine Autos, but when you do the phone call glitch, this is like really important. I should have remembered that earlier, but better late than never. If you do the phone call glitch and you enter a car while having the phone call, that will cancel it and you'll get it again. You have to sit through it again and listen to it again. And a reliable way to not do that is if you always wait until you get the gun back with which you aimed and basically access the glitch. So if you have the phone call glitch and run around la-di-da-di-da, then just wait until you get the gun back, and then you know that the phone call is finished completely, and then you can enter a car again. So now there are only 2 missions left. Gonna head back to Printworks for this one, and there will be 3 guys on motorbikes. And the reason I parked the ice cream van there is because sometimes, not always, but sometimes they will run into it and fall off. And you can just gain 20 to 30 seconds here if they fall off. But it's really unreliable. If it works, good on you, but it might not always. Yeah, it did this time, for example. Cool. What are they doing? Okay. They fall off, they got back on. It's fine though. I guess it's still faster. I should have just kept going there and shot them with a drive-by. They will go to Boatyard. So Alright, shoot them while driving by. Then. If they don't get hit, if they don't fall off at the ice cream van, then they'll reach Boatyard and you'll have to get out of the car there and shoot them there. Okay, the next one will come up on this road here, and the best way to kill them and the fastest way is to stop, get the M16, and then
Stay away.
And then snipe them. Keep in mind that the motorbike will still keep killing, even if you kill the driver. It will just keep going. It has a mind of its own. And then there are the last guys, where you don't snipe them, because they fall off about 90% of the time. They fall off in this corner anyway. So you can just go here and do this, or just run them over, which may be a bit faster, but in this case there were a lot of cars in the way, so I decided to just shoot them. If they don't fall off, that's actually better. Then you gain time, because they will drive in this direction anyway, and you need to go here. Then you just wait until you're beside them and then do a drive-by shoot. So heading back to the Vercetti mansion now, for the very last mission of this, and then we are done. Make sure to not drive over anybody here, because you need to take one last phone call. So park around this way so you don't drive over anybody, and then jump over the wall. Take the phone call with the glitch.
Tommy, it's Lance. We got big problems.
It's a really short one
Come down
though.
here right away.
And alright, last mission. This is also the only mission where you skip the cutscene by holding the button. You hold shift here to skip this reliably. Alright, then you go here and you want to aim about here. This is my reference point, but there's a huge tolerance in this. And why you're doing this is because usually there would be guys spawning and running at you and shooting you and all that stuff. But if you just stay here and aim at that spot and do nothing, then nobody spawns. It's really cool. So the way this mission works is you trigger it, and then 1 minute after you trigger it there will be land spawning, and 2 minutes after you trigger the mission there will be sunny spawning, but only if you killed Lance beforehand, obviously. So we just wait this 1 minute for Lance to spawn, then there will be a short cutscene, then we follow Lance, we kill Lance, we get back, and then we kill Sunny. So generally you could say this mission is on a timer. There's nothing really to... There's no time to improve here really. This is again, you can't skip this. Now you want to follow Lance as soon as possible, and I always try to... He will teleport here. I always try to run into him to mess up his aim, because otherwise you'll lose quite a bit of health. Switch to the heligun before you get to the roof, and then just shoot him. And that is that. Then you jump down the staircase, not like that, but like that. Like that. Just grab the health, it doesn't really matter, because Sunny still can't spawn. You still take some time. You can run up the stairs again, or down here, it doesn't really matter, but... And then you just hang around here and shoot people. You shouldn't really die from those. And then you just wait here. This is the area which triggers Sunny spawning. Just like that.
You took 15 years from me, Sonny, and now I'm gonna make you pay.
You still don't get it, do you? I own you, Tommy. Those 15 years were mine to spend.
Alright. And that is it. Switch to the heligun. Shoot him. And timing for the speedrun ends right when you fade to black, because when you fade to black is when you lose the control over Tommy, and that is generally where it ends. So start of the speedrun is when you gain control over him. Stop
Tommy?
is when it fades to black, basically.
Oh my God,
you lose
Tommy!
the control.
What happened?
So yeah,
What
that
does it
is
look like?
Vice City 80%.
It looks like you ruined your suit. And Tommy, that was
Cool.
a beautiful suit. Tommy, what on
All right.
earth happened?
Had
thanks
a
for watching.
disagreement with a business associate.
This was really cool.
You know how it is.
Tommy,
I messed
I have
up quite a bit
disagreement.
during
I
Central
send them
Notice,
an angry
but
letter. Maybe I pee in their mailbox.
I hope you got an
don't
idea.
start World War
So
III.
what you should do now,
You know, maybe you should
what
speak
you
to my
should
shrink.
practice before doing the
Stupid
first
prick,
runs
Lance.
Tommy, I never liked
is
that guy, okay?
maybe,
He's neurotic, he's
well, obviously
insecure,
gone crazy.
he's self-centered.
That's
the guy's
something
an
you should practice
asshole.
before.
I'm glad you took him out.
Apart
I don't
from
think we're gonna
that,
be getting any more heat from up
it can't hurt to
north
do
either,
Sunshine Autos.
Because there ain't no
a couple
up
of
north
times.
anymore.
To get used to
All
it,
down
and
south
then
now.
maybe
Wait,
Boatyard,
does that mean
but
what I think it
most of the
means?
missions
Tommy,
are really
baby!
What do you
straightforward.
think it means?
That we're
And
in
messing
charge.
up
I mean,
generally was
we're in
falling
charge.
off your PCJ or something like that, or making it
Tommy!
despawn, like I did.
You know, Ken, I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful business relationship. After all, you're a conniving, backstabbing, two-bit
Yeah.
thief, and I'm
Alright.
a convicted psychotic killer and drug
If you have any
I
questions
know. Ain't it just beautiful?
related to GTA speedrunning, to any GTA game ever, just go to to the channel GTA on irc.speedrunslive.com. I'll put links to all of these in the description. Also, I'll have a link to the current world record in the description. I'll put a link to the video on how to do Copland with a car in the description. And yeah, again, as in the other video as well, I'll make a new video on huge route changes which are upcoming, but I'll only include annotations for small ones. And I think that is generally it. If you have any requests on if you want me to explain something more in more detail, then type that in the comments or something. If people want me to, I can also make a tutorial on how to stream Vice City, which is actually really easy. I can make that without any problems if there's a need for it. But yeah, again, thanks for watching, and I hope you will have fun with running Vice City. Bye.